Hello and welcome to this quick ankle and wrist mobility flow. My name is Doris, welcome to my channel, and we're going to just take a few minutes to really get into the wrists and the ankles, which is really important for balance, and certain poses in terms of ankle mobility, and wrist mobility is really important for any arm balances, but also for a lot of yoga poses, because in yoga we are a lot on our hands and we, take really a lot of weight into the hands, so it's really important to give those body parts some love. And I invite you to take first a comfortable seat and just give yourself 3 rounds of breath to arrive before we start any movement. Final breath in and out. So then extending the legs, so we're getting right into the joints. And then we're going to do 2 in 1. So there are some poses where we can get both of them. So just focusing on the right side, so just releasing the left arm to the side. And just focusing on pointing and flexing both foot and hand. It's often easier to do it together. So first the palm faces down. Pointing, flexing, so pulling the fingers towards you, both when the palm faces away and towards you. Let's just do that for 2 more breaths, trying to keep both arm and leg straight. Maybe you can feel it in your wrist joint already. And then hold it in a flex position, so pulling the fingers towards your toes towards you. And then let's point it both away or face the palm towards you. It doesn't matter, we're going to hold both anyway, so it doesn't matter which direction you had your hand face. And then let's release it. Maybe you can feel a bit of, muscles that were activated in the wrist. I certainly could. And then let's do the same for the left side. So point, flex from those joints. And maybe this can become sort of a routine to start before any bigger poses like handstand or other arm balances. Continue breathing, try to sit upright, even though we don't really focus on the back so much, we don't want to neglect it entirely. Let's just stay here for another breath in and out. Keep flexing, toes towards you. Extend elbow and knee. And in other direction, point the foot, fingers the other way. And then release it all, give it all a good shake. And then we're gonna come to a tabletop. So from here, just paying attention to what the fingers do. So really spreading those fingers wide, 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 pressing the palms down. I often see little tents here. And we really want to spread the weight of the upper body across both hands and fingers and everything we have. And then knees underneath the hips. And then I'd recommend to just tug the toes under, because that's just to get a different perspective. Just shifting the weight front and back, maybe bringing the shoulders over the wrists and even further. So you might notice that the wrists are engaging here, and then we get a toe stretch as well. So maybe the hips are meeting the heels. And only go as fast and as far as you feel comfortable here. We're all at different stages, levels, different days. And the beauty is that you can repeat this and then maybe increase your range here. And maybe staying in this little wider extension of the shoulders over wrists here, keeping the elbows nice and straight. And then let's sit the hips down onto the heels, maybe grabbing your little toes. Just taking a breath here, in and out. And then coming back onto the hands, keeping the toes tucked, and this time starting to circle over the wrists. So once again, spreading the fingers nice and wide as you start circling. Continue breathing. And then changing direction. And then coming back to center, shoulders over wrists, and just one palm at a time. Let's flip the palm the other way, so palm faces up, pressing the back of the hand into the ground. Maybe shifting the weight a bit back, the hips a bit back, just getting a nice little stretch here. And then slowly release. Other hand, palm faces down. Let's just slightly lean the weight back as you push the hand down. And then gently release, turning to sit on those heels, maybe bring the legs a bit together, tugging those toes under, and we're going to combine another 2 movements here. So as we get a bit of space and create space in the backs of the legs and toes, let's reach those arms up and open, close your palms as fast as you can. So making little fists and extending the arms. Let's do that for 2 more breaths, in and out. And then release, give it all a shake. Fingers next to your knees. Let's just lift the knees off the ground and play a little bit here, moving into the back of the feet. Heel down, sinking the weight further back. Maybe you can come onto the heels and then rock back up. For me, that's definitely very hard. And I'm bringing the knees down, coming into kneeling, untugging the toes perhaps for a moment as you step that right leg through, sinking deeper into the right hip, making sure the left knee is comfortable, and just extending the knee a little bit, moving it front and back. And then keeping the right leg extended, coming onto the right heel, maybe onto fingertips here. Thinking long back, pushing belly to thigh. Maybe you can feel a nice stretch across the back of the leg. Pulling the toes towards you. Let's take a breath in. And then from here, trying to push the sole of the foot down, pointing the foot and keeping that extension in the back of the leg. That can become a bit crampy, so if it's too much, you can try spreading the toes. So it often comes from that intensive pointing, and I feel it as well. So maybe you point the foot but spread the toes. Another breath in and out, shifting the weight back into the right foot. And then tugging the left toes under, lifting the left knee off the ground, palms face down. Let's step it back into down dog for a moment. Spreading the fingers once again. Walk your dog. And then from here, before we switch to the other side, shifting the weight into the hands, maybe walking them underneath the shoulders here, pushing the ground away. Strong glutes, and maybe here as well, shift the weight a bit front and back. So coming over the wrists, maybe on the tippy toes. Another breath. And then back to your down dog. Sinking the knees down, tugging the toes under, maybe grabbing a little pinky toes. Back into this position, this old stretch. Let's repeat what we did with our hands. Extend the arms, open, close as fast as you can. Continue breathing. And then release and tug those toes, maybe give them a bit of a padding. Kneel and then left foot steps forward. Let's bring the fingers around the left foot and just extend and bend the left knee. And then keeping the left leg extended, pushing the heel into the ground and away from you, toes towards you. Maybe you want to have a gentle bend in that left knee, growing tall. Continue breathing belly to thigh. And then maybe starting to bring the sole of the foot down as you keep that extension in the leg. So maybe you want to spread your toes instead of pointing them down. Nice stretch all along the top of the foot. Another breath in and out. Bringing the left foot down, palms to the ground, right toes tug, right knee lift. Let's step it back into down dog and then shift weight into plank. Maybe drawing circles now in your plank so they might be a bit smaller. Changing direction. Say hello to your abs here as well. And then coming back, down dog, walk the feet closer together, knees down. Let's sit it back a last time onto the heels, grabbing maybe the little toes. And now palms together, really pressing the palms together, elbows wide, and perhaps then starting to rotate palms down, fingers down, fingers up, down and up. Give yourself 2 rounds of breath wherever you are. And then release the hands, release the feet, maybe sitting back onto your heels. You can bring the heels a bit closer together, perhaps just to experiment with another seat, or if you've had enough, find perhaps a cross-legged position to sit, allow the palms to rest, the wrists to rest, and just notice how you feel. Final breath in and out. Maybe palms together. And on your next exhale, perhaps bowing the head to show gratitude towards the body. Thank you so much for taking this practice with me. I hope that you learned some new skills and perhaps also surprised yourselves. Don't be afraid to come back to this whenever you need to. Repeat, build up, and create that mobility and muscle memory. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, perhaps leave a like and a comment, and check out my online yoga studio. The link is down below, and see you again very soon. Take care.